Bonjour, salve, guten tag, hello, or as we say in Texas, howdy, from around the world of amazing canines. In our May feature story, Pet Talk spans the globe and introduces you to a variety of breeds representing 12 countries, and all of the pups are Houston residents. We wanted to share with you our behind-the-scenes photo shoots with these 12 different Houston pups who represent breeds from various countries around the world. It's always been fascinating how many different breeds there are. As a matter of fact, the AKC in the United States recognizes 190 breeds, which means there are certainly a lot more than that in the universe. Each breed was intended for a particular use, such as hunting or companionship or guarding and so forth. So we wanted to celebrate the greatness of dogs and the fact they make our world so much better. I hope you enjoy meeting these 12 pups, and what a more apropos way to start than with a Chihuahua from our neighbor Mexico in the month of May for Cinco de Mayo. First up, say hello to Tiki, the Chihuahua, who's representing Mexico, and she's actually our cover girl as well, so that's why she was so awesome to sport her sombrero and her poncho. She actually was found in an abandoned garage on a construction site when she was 9 weeks old. And she's now 1 year old and was adopted by a local dog trainer in Houston. So she definitely found the right place to call her forever home. As far as Chihuahuas, a little fact about them is that they are among the oldest breeds of the Americas, with the lineage going back all the way to the ancient kingdoms of pre-Columbian times. And later, they were discovered in little villages in the state of Chihuahua. And the very first AKC registered Chihuahua was a little guy named Beppy, was recorded in 1908. Next up, we have Trixie, the French Bulldog, representing the country of France. And recently, the French Bulldog, or Frenchies as they are known as, replaced the Golden Retriever as the most popular dog breed in America. So we can certainly understand why. I mean, come on, look at that face. Who could resist such a adorable little dog? And Trixie is actually a youngster. She's only 7 months old. And her parents say that she already rules the house, which of course we totally get. As far as the French Bulldog goes, they are known to have a series of health issues, but it seems the American public has just said, oh, well, we will deal with that because this is such an cute little dog that we have to have one. So they are the #1 dog in the United States in 2023. Meet Walter. Isn't he the cutest thing you've ever seen? He's a West Highland White Terrier representing Scotland. And he's only 7 months old, so he's still in super puppy play mode, according to Mom. That's pretty much all he wants to do all day is play. But also, like our previous model, Blaylock, loves to shred shoes. So I don't know, that's a thing that dogs like for some reason, but shredding Mom's high heels is one of his favorite pastimes. The West Highland White Terrier shares a history with the Dandy Dinmont, the Skye, the Scottish, and the Cairn Terriers. But they're all considered branches of the same breed, and they originated in Scotland, and they were used for hunting fox, badger, and killing other vermin such as rats. Next up is Sammy, the Pembroke Welsh Corgi from Wales. They are also known as the Queen's dog. They were Queen Elizabeth's favorite breed. Sammy is actually quite an athlete. She has multiple AKC titles for tricks and various dog sports like Fast Cat. And we asked Sammy's mom something funny or some weird quirk about Sammy, and she said she sleeps in bed with her forelegs straight in the air like a cockroach. So that is pretty funny and unusual. We should have actually asked for a photo of that. But anyway, the Corgi is kind of like a little dwarf. You know, they have little short legs and but a very big heart. They are typically used for herding, and they have a very, very strong upper body strength, more so than most dogs, which makes them very fast. So that's why you will see them in sports like agility and lure coursing, because they can propel themselves forward much faster than you would think for a dog with those little short but cute legs. Our next model is super interesting. Her name is Freya. She's a Peruvian hairless, obviously from Peru, but she's the only dog in our photo shoot that was born in her country of origin. And her mother brought her back from Peru when she was just 1 year old and named her after Freya, the Norse goddess of love. And this is a very, very ancient breed, and they're considered to be healers and believed to be able to draw negative sources and pain from people. And in ancient times, they were buried with the tribal leaders in Peru. And these dogs were often found in museums mummified, laying next to their mummified owner. So they do have an intuitive knowledge about them, and it is said that their breed is perhaps as old as 3,000 years. So Freya is a great representative for her breed, highly unusual and very ancient in history. Up next, we have another Freya. Can you believe it? Two Freyas in our photo shoot, but they are both named after the Norse goddess. However, their names are spelled differently. This Freya is a Vallhund, which is an unusual breed from Sweden, and they are distantly related to the Corgi. This particular Freya is known for her agility. She does something called fast cat, which is lure coursing, and she recently earned her first AKC title at the young age of 2. And the Vallhund is an ancient breed, again, and they were known as the Viking dog, and basically they are a herding dog. And they are certainly a timeless breed, and they are comfortable in the suburban backyard as much as they were on the Viking longships 1,200 years ago. Next up, we have Chase the Dalmatian from Dalmatia, which is in modern days known as Croatia. Chase is a super handsome guy. He's been on our cover before, and he's kind of very macho and tough guy when you meet him in person. But Dad says not so much when it thunders outside. He comes running and hides under the covers, but we can certainly understand that. Thunder is a scary thing, even for most humans. The Dalmatian became very popular with the original film, The 101 Dalmatians, and then the later sequel, 102 Dalmatians in 2000. And a lot of owners went out and said, this is the dog for us, all to find out that this is a highly intelligent breed that was bred for hunting and guarding. So they are high energy. So if you're planning on getting a Dalmatian, make sure that you have the get up and go to go up and went, because they definitely want to be on the go and they need a lot of exercise and attention. Meet Blaylock, the Italian Greyhound, who is, of course, representing Italy. She's very beautiful, sleek, and diminutive, and so nice at our photo shoot. And Mom said she is mostly nice all the time, except for the fact that she likes to destroy designer shoes with a fetish for Gucci. So that kind of makes sense with her Italian heritage. We can certainly understand that. And as far as the Italian Greyhound goes, they are a fairly ancient breed going back 2,000 years to the Mediterranean basin. And in today's world, they're known to be very simple upkeep and very apartment friendly, let's say. So they are very popular as pets in urban areas. Next, we say hello or Guten Tag to Onyx, the German Shepherd representing Germany. Onyx was actually in and out of shelters multiple times and was eventually adopted by her mom, who is a dog trainer, and she was looking for someone of a wild child to work with during her dog training certification. And she came across Onyx, and they are now best buddies, and Onyx is a very well-behaved girl, and she found definitely the perfect home for her. The German Shepherd is often thought of as a police dog or military dog, which is true. They're highly intelligent and loyal and hardworking, but they're often used as well as guide dogs, therapy dogs, search and rescue, narcotics and explosives detecting dogs. So they are very intelligent. They're very versatile. And some might say they are literally the rock star of all dog breeds. Say hello to Edison, the Siberian Husky from the chilly land of Siberia. He's a handsome 5-year-old boy who was actually found at 12 weeks old in a ditch alongside a road in Houston. His mother, who had worked with Husky Rescue, took him in as a foster, and she and her husband decided he was so amazing that they would keep him, and they are considered what we call foster fails, and we love foster fails because that means they fell in love with the dog and just had to keep it. And of course, looking at how sweet his face is, of course you would have to keep him. The Husky, in 1925, they gained really widespread fame by saving Nome, Alaska during a diphtheria epidemic where teams of Huskies battled blizzard conditions to relay life-saving serum over 674 miles. So that's amazing. They are definitely a dog that has energy and can run forever. Next up, we have Simba the Malinois from Belgium. Simba actually is another heartwarming rescue story from our feature dogs. He was rescued from Harris County Pet Shelter, and after going through some training with Club Canine, is a perfect gentleman now. And his mom says one unusual quirk is he likes water, which you typically would not think of that for a Malinois, and that he likes to get in the pool and just float with his legs hanging down like a ballerina. So yes, that is a bit unusual for sure, but, you know, Simba says, I do me and you do you. So we totally get that. The Belgian Malinois is used for pretty much all the same things as a German Shepherd, but they are often found in police work and military work more so than the German Shepherd because they are a little bit smaller and agile and faster, not quite as bulky as a German Shepherd, so they can get into smaller spaces and are easier to fit into the car and so forth. But they are also highly intelligent, versatile, amazing dogs that do great things to help humans. And last but not least, representing the good old US of A is Van, the Chesapeake Bay Retriever, and it is totally my fault that we don't have video of his photo shoot. Van was photographed on a separate day from the others, and I just totally forgot to get video, so that is my fault, but he's an amazing dog. He is a duck retriever, and that's pretty much all he lives for, is to retrieve ducks, which is pretty common for the Chesapeake Bay Retriever. They are a gun hunting dog, and they're known for their physical toughness, and they are also known for their ability to withstand ice, cold water, and conditions in their work performance. So they are a great companion for those of you that like to be out and about in nature and want a tough little companion to go with you. I'm Michelle Mantor, the publisher of Pet Talk, and that wraps up our world tour of canines, which was so fun to imagine and create, and it was a joy to get to know each of these Houston dogs, and I'm so thankful to their pet parents who made time to bring them in for their photo shoot and let us get to know them. I also want to give a big shout out to Allison Wilkins Photography. Allison always does a great job for us, and I also want to give a shout out to Believe in Dog and Club Canine, who helped us find our supermodels. And I also want to say thank you to our readers and listeners for making Pet Talk possible. And stay tuned, as always, for our next behind-the-scene video. If you want to check out our May issue, find a copy near you at over 800 locations in Houston, or you can go to our website, HoustonPetTalk.com, and view the digital version. And of course, we would appreciate it if you support us by liking us and subscribing. See you next time.